Have you ever heard of the term bringing home the bacon? Well, of course you have. Well, down in Florida with the wild hog infestation, the residents there aren't worried about bringing home the bacon. Rather, they're worried about how much bacon they can get rid of. I'm Brittany Jill, and this is Destination Whitetail.
Beaches, sunshine, and oranges are just three of the things people think of when they think of Florida. But for those who live and hunt in the Sunshine State, there's one more thing that often pops up: wild hogs. Wild hogs are considered an invasive nuisance across North America, but they also provide terrific hunting opportunities. And Florida is second only to Texas when it comes to having a population of more than 500,000 wild hogs. These pigs reach full sexual maturity at only 6 months of age and begin to produce 1 to 2 litters a year at around age 1. Each litter consists of 1 to 13 piglets that are often an even 1-to-1 ratio between males and females. So if left unchecked, these hogs can easily expand their residency further north. The problem presented by these hogs when it comes to the white-tailed deer has to do with the hog's ability to consume more resources, preying on fawns, and carrying more diseases that can be passed on to the whitetail. Feral hogs have a heightened sense of smell, much more so than the whitetail, which allows them to locate food more easily, and when they find it, they don't care to leave anything behind. They use their tusks to root for food, through leaves and brush, finding and consuming every last acorn. Then, being that they are omnivorous, they can easily switch to scavenging for insects, small birds, and even whitetail fawns. Without proper containment, which currently is attempted through hunting efforts, these hogs can pose a significant threat to both deer and deer hunting opportunities. Dan Schmidt, the editor-in-chief of Deer and Deer Hunting magazine, is in St. Cloud, Florida with Osceola Outfitters, an annual trip he likes to make to do his part in thinning out the hog herd. Destination Whitetail is brought to you by Browning Trail Cameras, by Thompson Center, America's master gunmaker, by Analogics, protect your herd with the power of science, by SEVR Broadheads, straight through it, Alps Outdoors, exceed your expectations, and by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. After settling into camp and double-checking his bow, Dan heads out to the range with the rest of the hunters. Shot after shot after shot at varying distances, Dan wants to make sure he's dialed in perfectly, considering the heart and lung area on a feral hog is extremely small. Shooting accuracy is crucial for a quick and humane kill. Right there.
So, but he went
Well, I've never hunted a blind quite like this before. I've hunted Florida a lot for hogs. We're set up right on a feeding station. There's a bedding area over there. We know these pigs are coming here. It's just a bunch of palmettos. We're sitting down right here, right on the ground. And we're gonna be within spitting range of these things if they come in. Let's see what happens. Hang on. We have 2 hogs. There's 2 hogs. They're coming in. There's a black one and a red one. The red one's really nice. Let's... I can wait for it to turn. It's got to turn broadside. It's down right there. It went down right there. That was fast. We just got down here. St. Cloud, Florida. We left 30 inches of snow to come hunt hogs. We had 2 hogs. We've been here for 10 minutes. And these hogs came in. My heart is beating so fast. Now, that was a close shot. That SEVR Broadhead just does an amazing, you saw it, the blood just came spraying out. The pig is dead right there. How about that? First day, 10 minutes. The pig was right here. It's like 8 steps. Let's circle wide. We got blood right here. I think it went through there. Right there, you can see where it crashed. It's right there. It's right there. Yes, oh my gosh. Holy cow. Look at the hole in that thing. Okay, there's our arrow, and we got a blood trail like you would not believe. No, I didn't get great penetration on this, but the proof is in the dead pig. This thing went 10 yards. That SEVR Broadhead sliced that femur bone right in half. The pig carried the arrow about 10 yards. It's dead right there, and this blood is unbelievable.
Just to be sure, Dan wanted to double check with the outfitter, Hoppy, on his shot placement.
Well, Hoppy, I think I hit a little far forward. I was aiming like right there, but that pig didn't go very far.
No, that's the sweet spot actually, but this is where we try to get everybody to hit, right in this area right here. But if you look, here's this knuckle on the back of the leg, but here's the bone. It runs, here's your shoulder bone.
So I did miss that bone.
See, it's all soft right here. If you can cut the meat of that back of that front shoulder, see, this is all meat.
So you're telling me that back flap, that's the back flap?
Yeah, this is, the meat on the back of this front leg is where that arrow needs to go in or out of, because their vitals are right in here. Most guys aim like
They're
a
aiming
deer,
too far back, aren't
too
they?
far back. You're in the gut back here on
Really?
a hog.
Wow.
You really need to tuck it. And what we were talking about on a big boar today, this is a sow, but on a big boar, his shield will encompass all of this, and it'll run right down through here. But there's a soft spot on
It's
them,
small.
right there. It's very small on a big boar.
When they say aim small, miss small, you got to aim really small.
Right there. That's the only soft spot on a really big 200-pound boar.
Wow.
Because this is all shield. Now, if you're shooting a heavy poundage bow and shooting a fixed blade broadhead, you can drill through one at 15 yards. But most guys that hit them big shields, they're aiming up in here. There's that scapula.
You're never going through
You're
that.
not going to do anything there.
I don't care what you have.
You're driving a broadhead right there, and that's as far as it goes.
Look at that. And this is, they call it slap cut, stretch cut. I don't care what you call it. That is one heck of a hole.
About 2 inches. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe a little more.
A little more.
Out of the way. The hog's right here facing that way. All right.
There it is right there.
Watch it. I'm just stepping in front of you. Yep.
In Florida, a no-cost registration is required to use dogs to harvest, trail, or pursue deer and other wild game. Here at Osceola Outfitters, Hoppy and his crew primarily use their dogs to hunt down wild hogs, and they are trained to only bark once they've found and cornered one. Hoppy and his sons fabricated a vehicle that they call the Swamp Buggy to haul their dogs and their hunters out at the same time. Since Dan already has one hog harvest under his belt, he jumped at the chance to ride shotgun and witness these amazing dogs in action. It didn't take long before the dogs started barking, and the hunters were after their targets.
Right there between the. Yep.
The dogs had located and surrounded a small boar, and after Hoppy and his sons were able to get the dogs at a safe enough distance away, Gary, the hunter, was given the green light to let his arrow fly.
Get out of there.
Man, that was quick. The arrow went through, didn't it? Yeah. Look at the blood there. It stuck in the ground. When they're this size, they're a little anti-climatic.
Yeah.
But you know, like if you get on a big old boar.
It's kind of a 7-Eleven pig, you know, it's just convenient.
Okay.
That was fun.
It's been more fun. It'd been another 100 pounds.
What's that?
That's the way to do it.
No doubt.
Oh, look. See that cut of tears going in.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
That's a nice looking slice.
Yeah.
With the fun out of the way, the hunters call it a day. But there's one day left for Dan to hunt, which means one more added opportunity to increase the amount of bacon he's bringing home. Coming up, Dan tries his hand at spot and stalking hogs in the early morning Florida fog. Destination Whitetail is brought to you by Decked. Work smarter, play harder. Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry Plus technology. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. By 10-Point Crossbow Technologies. There is no substitute. Get armed and deadly with Easton FMJ arrows. By Sig Sauer Electro Optics. Never settle. And by Matthews Archery.
Introducing the Burris Oracle Range-Finding Bow Sight. It automatically ranges your target out to 100 yards and instantly provides an LED aiming dot for the exact distance and angle of your shot. It is the most field-worthy range-compensating bow sight available today.
That's what we'll have.
It's the last day of Hog Camp, and Dan and his guide Jimmy are out in the early morning fog on a mission to spot and stalk some hogs. As they approach a large open field, Jimmy spots a massive hog a few hundred yards out. Jimmy parks the truck, grabs a palmetto for cover, and instructs Dan to follow him.
Give it a try. We're close.
10 more yards.
Yep. Oh well. They're not easy.
That fog lifted as soon as we started out.
With most of the morning still ahead of them, they continue on foot, slowly working their way from field to field, glassing from afar. Ultimately, Jimmy decides to tuck everyone back into some tree cover overlooking a feeder. It wasn't long until the hogs came flooding in. Now all that was left was to choose which one to shoot.
Okay, hang on, there's a... Should I take the black one or the gray one?
Take that gray one that's coming in.
Okay. It's gonna go behind a tree right there. You know, that SEVR broadhead went right through it.
Oh, yeah.
This was the Nitro X. I cannot get over how fast that crossbow is.
I didn't even see that.
I didn't. Did you? I didn't see it.
I saw it when it bounced back there somewhere.
I was using that white shaft just for that reason, that Beeman shaft.
Yeah.
Because, you know, especially for filming, I didn't see it. It was gone.
Like I said, I couldn't see it until it had passed through the hog and was. Well,
And that's pretty close to the.
Yeah, that's the entrance room. Just a tad high, but let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it did a number.
Tad high, but it got both lungs.
Yeah, it didn't. Look at the hole on that thing, man. That's over 2 inches. Did it down.
Good barbecue right there.
Yes. Thank you again.